Good afternoon, welcome to Turbo Tortoise Tech. If you're new here, my name is Reese for Bees from KFC or Woogie Triple XL, and in today's review, I'm having a look at the Sfera Pro, which is coming out from Arozzi, which has made some chairs and other gaming equipment, and it's kind of weird that this is actually more linear progression than it is diversification, especially if you're in streaming or something to that effect, right? Then it makes a lot of sense that they would make high-end gaming chairs and then start to look at other streaming equipment. If you're wondering about the laptop to my left, it is the MSI Bravo 15, and that review will be out on Friday. I'm just abusing the fact that I have it so that I could do a live test for you and record directly to Audacity from the microphone. But before we get into that, let's talk about the physical product itself. So as you can see on the box, it's quite a large ball on top of a stick, just like that. It's got some nice built-in functions on the microphone, including 2 or 3 different ways to be able to pick up your voice. One of them being directly directional in front of the microphone, one being completely surrounded, so you can pick up audio from the back and the front, which I'll show you in a little bit. A volume slider, which is quite nice to have on the microphone, so you can just max it out in Windows and then use the volume slider on the back here to be able to go up and down. And then there is a -10 dB mode, which is really good for like doing voiceover work and that sort of stuff, because if you compress that by 10 decibels and compress that wave from the microphone itself, it means that you can amp it up in your post process, which means that you're going to remove quite a lot of noise from the environment, which I'm also going to demonstrate to you now. So as I said, it's literally a ball on a stick. It does come with this really nice little base. It's got a nice rubber waffle pattern on the bottom, so it's not going to be able to go anywhere while it is on your desk. And the best part is it has quite a default sort of screw size on the bottom here, and then this can detach from the microphone as well, which has its own ball neck in here, so you can turn it and rotate it on this if you need to. But then if you want to connect it to a boom arm, you will be able to by getting at the screw over here, which is quite tight, I have to say. Cue a few moments later. And it comes out just like that. And then you can connect into a boom arm from there, and then you can just have this pretty cool looking, all things considered, microphone above your head. It does have a power button on the back of it as well, and it lights up blue when it is connected. Everything, I will get a little close up of it so that you can see. All the fittings are pretty good. It's not the best that I've ever seen. This little stick and base it's usable, which is nice, and it does extend, so you don't have to get a boom arm out of the box. But if you're going to be serious about streaming and using this for streaming, they are about 200 to 300 Rand for a good cheap one of those, and then you'll be able to just screw it right in there. They do also provide quite a nice USB 3 cable and a little cable clip, so when you connect it into the back of the mic, and it says Arozzi on it, so you know that it's Arozzi. So when you connect it into the back of the microphone, then you can just take your cable clip and clip it onto the back of your stand, and then if your boom arm, generally they're about this kind of thickness, has the same kind of setup, then you can make quite a nice little neat package on your desk. But without further ado, let's plug it in and give you some audio tests. Okay, so with the mic facing me at what I would call 20 centimeters, let me just see if I can angle it up a little bit. There we go. Now this is sort of your nominal distance for microphones is about 15 centimeters from you, where you're going to get the kind of best of the best, or the best of the diaphragm and what it can offer. So this is the standard like base setting of it, where it's just trying to angle the diaphragm's sensitivity towards me. There's absolutely no plugins running on this. This is just completely raw, directly into Audacity from the USB connection that it's running on right now. Then I'm going to now switch it over to the -10 dB mode. So this is more for like podcast recording and high quality or high level voice recording and stuff, something that you can amp up later in Premiere or whatever you're editing in. Then you will be able to mic that up, and as you can see, the waveform has dropped significantly. I'm going to boost it for you, but you can see the waveform on Audacity has dropped right into the floor, and it's compressing that as much as humanly possible. And then lastly, I'm going to put it in the surround mode. So as I turn the microphone, there should be a complete 360 surround worth of audio coming from this as I do this. So you would be able to do podcasting from here. I'm going to set it at sort of a normal distance, as if there was someone sitting on the other side of the table. This was halfway in between us. This is the sort of audio you could expect. Like I say, I will show the raw and then amp it up in Premiere after the fact. So Arozzi, they make some pretty good looking chairs, but what about this here microphone? Well, I'll leave that up to your decision based on those tests. Based on my tests, I think personally it's average. It's not the best thing I've ever heard in my life, and at the price point and the setup and everything that you do get, it's sort of standard in the industry. I think their product finish is very cool looking, but the plastics that they're using could just be a little bit better quality overall. At the price though, 1,200 Rand, I wouldn't be feeling too butthurt about buying it. There wouldn't be like massive buyer's remorse from getting something like this. And if you want to match it with a chair and you like the way it looks, then it's capable. It's capable. You probably wouldn't be able to do any like singing or anything like that on it. So don't expect it to be like a studio level microphone. I think if you're not spending 2,000 to 5,000 sort of Rand to get to that kind of level. I haven't used any USB condensers in recent memory that have been able to, to get up to that kind of level. They're all sort of average or above average kind of thing, and this is more in line with that. It does look cool. It is very cool, and this giant A on the front of it it's kind of nice. It's the fact that it's got multiple modes is nice. The fact that it comes with its stand is nice. It's a decent package. I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. Anyway, that is all we have time for in this review. If you have enjoyed it, please do hit us up with a like and subscribe, and I will see you on the flip side.